When it comes to lost civilizations, no one can top the legend of Atlantis. Whether it be the world's first empire or just a fairy tale, the story has fascinated people for centuries. The legend has many versions, but popularized by Plato, he wrote that Atlantis was an island situated beyond the Pillars of Hercules. The city was supposedly destroyed by natural disaster or war, but there are still debates over its location. There are even some people who believe that they have found evidence of it on Earth. But so far no one has been able to find conclusive proof of the lost city's existence. So, where on Earth is the lost city of Atlantis? Let's get right to it. 11. The Mediterranean Sea. The Mediterranean Sea is the sea in the Mediterranean region. It is connected to the Atlantic Ocean in the west through the Strait of Gibraltar and to the Indian Ocean in the east. The sea can be divided into three parts: the Western Mediterranean or Levantine Sea, located between Europe and Africa. 10. The mouth of the Nile Delta. There is a theory that the lost city of Atlantis is located in the mouth of the Nile Delta, but there is not a lot of evidence to support this theory. The mouth of the Nile Delta has no physical evidence that ties it to the lost civilization of Atlantis. The city was supposedly destroyed by a violent earthquake and tidal wave. Some ancient philosophers, such as Plato, thought that Atlantis was located in the mouth of the Nile Delta. Plato wrote about a huge island in front of Libya, but does this mean that Atlantis was located in Egypt? This is not clear because Plato did not mention the name of the country where it was located. 9. The African coast near Mozambique. The lost city of Atlantis is thought to be located on the African coast near Mozambique Island. This theory is supported by Plato, who claimed the city was in fact on an island, and a major tsunami in 360 BC caused it to disappear from existence. Some people believe that the combination of a tsunami and a volcanic eruption could have been responsible for causing Atlantis to sink underwater or disappear from existence, while others think it may have been an earthquake that caused this disaster. In addition, some people believe that what we know as Africa was actually Atlantis when it existed in ancient times. There is no conclusive evidence that the legendary city of Atlantis was ever located on the African coast near Mozambique Island. The legend of Atlantis is a popular topic that has been debated for centuries. Although many believe that Atlantis is real, there is no conclusive evidence that it was ever located on the African coast. 8. Madagascar's Redama Park and Fianarantsoa Province. In 2011, a team of researchers found evidence for an ancient human society living around the area where Madagascar's Redama Park and Fianarantsoa Province is today. This discovery has sparked some debate about whether or not this could be Atlantis. Many people have been skeptical about this idea because they don't believe that Plato's story was true, and there has been no scientific proof of a lost city in Madagascar. People who believe this theory don't think that Plato was entirely truthful with his story because he had a political motive. This theory was first published in the 1882 book, The Geographical History of America. However, no evidence has been found to suggest that the lost city is located in this area. 7. Mount Atlas in Tunisia. François Bourrienne, a French archaeologist, has recently found Mount Atlas near Tunisia. It is speculated that the lost city of Atlantis may have been located here at one point in time. The site is an active archaeological excavation site near Tunis. The lost city of Atlantis was supposedly located near the Atlas Mountains of North Africa, which makes it hard to confirm that Mount Atlas in Tunisia is indeed the lost city. Mount Atlas is the highest mountain in Tunisia and is located about 10 kilometers from the Algerian border. The mountain was named after a figure in Greek mythology, and there has been speculation that the lost city of Atlantis could be located at its peak. 6. The Galapagos Islands chain off Ecuador's Pacific coastline. A team of archaeologists has recently discovered that the lost city of Atlantis was located in the Galapagos Islands chain off Ecuador's Pacific coastline. The team believes that their findings will be groundbreaking and answer many of the questions about the lost city. The archaeologists believe that they have found evidence for a civilization and cave paintings showing pyramids and boats deep below sea level in what is now known as the San Cristobal Island in Ecuador. In 1859, Charles Darwin visited the Galapagos Islands on his expedition aboard HMS Beagle. It was during this voyage that Darwin developed his theory on evolution by natural selection. Atlantis is one of many supposed sunken cities in history. Its potential discovery would be of monumental proportions. 5. Moo Island. There are many theories regarding the lost city of Atlantis. One theory is that Atlantis is located in Moo Island, which is now submerged. Moo was an island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean before it sank into depths during a geological event. Some scientists believe that Moo Island sunk because it was actually an ancient volcano, which erupted and created a chain of earthquakes which eventually caused Moo to collapse. A few years ago, Italian marine geologist Francesco Posada claimed that he found the lost city of Atlantis on Google Earth via satellite imagery. Others have also claimed to find Atlantis on Google Earth with evidence, such as pyramids, roads with 2 lanes running parallel to each other and buildings. Moo Island was found in satellite images, and it has a lot in common with Plato's description of Atlantis, a ring-shaped structure around a circular harbor that was protected by high mountains on all sides. 4. Antarctica. There are many people who continue to believe that the lost city of Atlantis is not only real, but that it was located in Antarctica. The theory of Atlantis, as first proposed by psychic Edgar Cayce, has caught the attention of millions over the years. The theory predicts that Atlantis should be found in a land beyond the North Pole, and that should it ever be found, it will be a world power and rival to civilization. The continent was referenced in ancient Greek texts, such as Plato's dialogues Timaeus and Critias, which were written in approximately 360 BC. They describe an ancient island civilization that flourished for a period of time before sinking into the sea under tragic circumstances. The lost city of Atlantis is one of the most widely known theories about the location of an ancient civilization. This theory suggests that Atlantis was located in Antarctica. 3. Bimini Island. The theory that the lost city of Atlantis was located in Bimini Island is based on the idea that it defined an empire which was able to build a city. The theory is mainly based on the fact that Plato wrote about bays in his dialogues, which were similar to what can be seen in nature in Bimini. He also talks about water channels, temples with columns and stonework, and docks capable of holding large ships. The main example is when he talks about how the island of Atlantis was larger than Libya and Asia put together. This theory has different versions, which are explained by different scholars who have researched this subject matter. This includes Churchward's version, which stated that Atlantean civilization had existed for over 220,000 years before the dawn of modern civilization. 2. Santorini Island. The idea that the lost city of Atlantis is located in Santorini Island has been around for a long time now. There are a lot of people who have been searching for it and have made all sorts of claims about where it might be. But is it possible that they have been looking for the wrong place all along? Generally, people believe that the lost city of Atlantis was located in Santorini Island because Plato mentioned it as a possible location for this city. He said that Atlantis was an island situated in front of the Pillars of Hercules, which would make it an island near the Strait of Gibraltar or between Spain and Morocco. In Plato's account, he writes that this island was larger than Libya and Asia put together, meaning that if true, there's no better place than Santorini Island. But is there really enough other evidence to suggest this might be the location of the lost city? 1. The Bermuda Triangle. Some people think that the Bermuda Triangle has something to do with Atlantis. The Bermuda Triangle is an area of ocean bounded by points at Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico where this phenomenon occurs. Planes are mysteriously lost without a trace, Boats are found abandoned near shores with no crew on board or any signs of life anywhere. Then there are other people who think that Atlantis was located in Cuba because Christopher Columbus mentioned on his diary about finding some sunken islands and mountains when he reached Cuba and Haiti, and they were called Bimini. It is a commonly accepted theory that the lost city of Atlantis was located somewhere in the Bahamas. Some people believe that it can be found off the coast of Bimini, which is a small island in the Bahamas. However, can we conclusively say that Atlantis is located anywhere in the Bahamas or near the Bermuda Triangle? We won't know for sure unless more expeditions are done. Stay tuned for more next time. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up icon. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notifications for new videos.